SMF Pro Trading students, right now, the stock made the high. This is a 15-minute MACD versus, or a 3-minute. This is the 15. Let's make sure I got it right. That's 15-minute right here. And this is 3-minute right here. This is 3-minute, and working with where we peaked here, the stock fell $4 off the high. And over here, you can see where that stock made that peak, and you did not sell into it. As I showed on the previous videotape, we went way higher here, and we started to drop. But using this MACD on this 3-minute is that you got to compare the two. The CCI peaked. Watch. 233, went to 217, went to 125, and to 95. And you would have been selling right into the top of the move, and you would have been selling the call option, just like I showed you that I had the other traders sell up here. 26.80 and 27.20. And now that option made that big move, and when we peaked. But I've got to tell you that you got to work with what it was. And we fell. There was a minute there where we were $4 off that high, and we just bounced another $1. But this down here is the 3-minute reading. That 3-minute CCI dropped rapidly, and if you don't sell into the peak using that CCI, you're not going to get out on the high, and you're not going to especially know how to exit an options trade. And what will end up happening is the option just dropped $3 of your money. And what I'm pointing out to you is on the opening bell is how to work with MACD here, CCI here. Okay, another thing is percent DS peaked and has fallen. And down here on the 3-minute, because we were up there pretty high. And this is when you're going to know when to let the winner, or the trade, I shouldn't use the word winner, letting that trade go up, working with this, and selling when they peak and we start to tick down, we start selling out. We start selling out for the shorter term trade. And we've only been open, and we're still on that second 15-minute bar, but look at that big wick. That's because we peaked, and you're going to know when to sell a stock if you got that intraday opening entry on the bell, is that you let the stock continue to go when these 15-minute and 3-minute MACDs are working in your right direction. This 15 minutes is very powerful because you can see that we're still increased, but we peaked. I think it was at one time there 4.9, and we dropped. And you would sell your call option, you would sell a stock, and this is the thing that has to be in your mastership plan. And not, why did people sell out and say, oh my God, I could have got more money out of it? Well, guess what? You don't have to be like that, and you can get all your money out of it by doing what I'm telling you here now. And getting this peak, we peaked there on the 15, and we came down. Look at the 3-minute CCI. It peaked. Look at it fall. When that 3-minute peaks, that's when you're going to use a 3-minute. The 15 minutes just showing you that the equity itself is still very strong, because the readings here are not, it's that CCI and where we start to deteriorate. And selling into the move, and then how do you buy the pullback? Okay? And this applies in your mastership on trading the opening bell and letting the equity go up. 15, straight up 15-minute bar, straight up, and letting it go until we peak on using the MACD, the CCI. And when the short-term percent DS peaks, that means that we're needing to sell because profit taking is going to come in the equity now. And basically selling into that move, and then how to buy the move back. When we look at the 3-minute chart, we peaked over here, because we did on that MACD. And it's peaking again, and it's going to go up a little bit more, and we're going to peak again. That 15-minute one is the key. When that CCI hit the high and started to drop, you'd be selling right there on the drop. The equity is very strong on a 15-minute, but you wanted to maximize the profit and knowing when to sell an option. And this rule, this mastership plan, is for you to put in your trading tool chest. And we're going to be working a lot with stocks that you have on the opening bell, and you're going to let that stock continue to go, and you're going to work with the vitals of this MACD and the 3-minute MACD. And we even looked at the 60-minute MACD, because when you learn the different time elements, that's going to show you here the indicator right here is still strong. So when we pull back intraday and the profit taking's out of the way, we would go long again on any equity, and we would do it the same way on any one. Okay, and we're looking at the CCI here in the first, because this is a 60-minute reading, and it'll take a whole hour for this first 60-minute bar. That's that 60-minute opening bar. There's another half an hour to go before it's complete. But we can take a look here, that 15-minute time element, and working with that, and we start to go higher. But it's all about selling the peak and buying the dip and using the indicators correctly. Okay? And the overall momentum is, just like I said, when we start another 15-minute bar, we peaked at 1.86. That was your peak, previous 15-minute. Okay? And your peak up here on the 3-minute was 233. Right here. Let's find it for you. Right here. 3-minute, 6-minute, 9-minute, 12-minute, 15-minute. It takes 3 of the 3-minute bars to equal a 15-minute bar. And that was the cycle peak using the shorter time frame of selling into the move and then buying the dip, and selling into the move and then buying the dip. Okay? So when we pull back later on Google, we would buy it again.